Good morning, afternoon here. Today I'm going to do rosemary cuttings, and I'm going to plant some rosemary into the pots and also in net pots. We'll see because rosemary is a very hardy plant actually, and it can grow quite well in aquaponics provided it's been taken care properly. It is quite sensitive to excess water, and growing rosemary is not much of a problem as from what I've experienced. So today I'm going to show a very simple method that I use. One is using directly planting the cuttings to the pots, and another method is using net pots with either rock wool or cottons to plant rosemary. Okay, let's go and have a look how I did this. Few pots of this rosemary currently growing in my aquaponic system, and probably a few months ago I've shown how I transplanted this rosemary. This particular rosemary is newly planted. I'm using net pots, then I transferred it to this pots where I usually grow from my aquaponic system. At some time, I did practice double potting to raise the rosemary higher. However, in this grow bed, what I did, I have already adjusted water level to be lower, so I removed the double potting. Let's start by taking a few cuttings. So this particular rosemary is quite matured, and I can use this cutting. Take the woody part most of that's one cutting. I need about 5 cuttings because I want to do about 5 plants. 2, 3, and 4, and I can get another one here, 5. So I have about 5 cuttings. This can be used for cookings later on. So each of these cutting I will cut roughly around 5 to 6 inches. Just cut it about 5 to 6 inches, and this part can be used for cooking later on. Just put it aside. They are not straight, so that's where sometimes it's a bit of a difficult to put them inside the pots later on. These are normal methods of how we plant rosemary. It's nothing special, it will grow. You got another plant here, just put it away. Okay, about 5 branches in total. So you can just can also trim those shoots, and the bottom part we just strip the leaf away. Strip the leaf away just to prepare. Some people will use rooting hormone and dip it in rooting hormone. That will do, but I find it not necessary in my case. So okay, just strip the bottom part, leave it bare. There are a few people asking me how to plant this, but this is how I normally plant rosemary in my aquaponic system. So just strip it. And so far I have no problem. Okay, 3, 2 more, because the other 2 will be, I will use it for using the net pots. Okay, they are not straight, but it will do. it will still grow. Even this one is not straight. It's a bit difficult later on. Okay. Right. Let's take a few. This is not straight, so I will use it for the pots. Right, 3 for the pots and another 3 for the net pots. Let's put it aside. For the pots is simple enough. Just put it into the pots. What I use some kind of a stick, a chopstick or anything to help in pushing it down. It's also good if we put the water level to be higher, temporarily high, so that it's easier. So now just push it in. There's no rocket sign on this. You just push it in and adjust it so that you can have a good spacing. It's a bit difficult because of the crinkle part. Okay. Sometimes I put one to a pot, but because this is I plant it directly towards into the pot, so maybe one will die. So at least I have a better chances of surviving this. They have better chances of surviving. Okay, that's for the pots. Next, let's do it for the net pots. Let me get a net pots. Okay. Again, I'm going to use one net pot, and I will try to plant 2 plants. I'm using sponge. This sponge is quite easy because it already have holes and cut out. Just press it in. Okay. Never mind even if it's crooked, because it will still okay without problem. Just squeeze it and push it into the net pots. Sometimes if it's longer, then you can see. Right, let's have it out. Just jam it in. Okay, so that's how I have this rosemary plant in a pot with pieces sticking out, and just put it into the place where you want to grow. That's how I do it for the net pots. Then finally, since this is newly planted, you can cover it up with pots to protect it from the sun. So this is how I normally plant my rosemary. It's not much of a problem. It's a very simple method, and I managed to plant a few and they are growing. So I will just cover it up, and I will just look at it after a week and see if there's any new growth. Then I know the plant is growing. Usually I will keep the pots on top for roughly around 2 weeks, and then they will start to grow, and there's no problem. Right, that's about it, how I plant my rosemary, and thanks for watching. Bye.